ICE officers may soon have a controversial new tool at their disposal. The Associated Press has learned that Immigration and Customs Enforcement plans to spend $20 million on specially designed gloves that can deliver painful electric shocks. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto. Marcella's off tonight. Supporters say the device helps officers dealing with combative people in a non-lethal way, but opponents call it a form of torture. News 8's Richard Allen is here with more on where this technology is already being used and the next steps by the federal government in acquiring it. Richard.
Well, Carlo, that's right. This device goes by the acronym GLOVE, G-L-O-V-E, standing for Generated Low Output Voltage Emitter. Now, these so-called de-escalation tools are already being used by some jails and police departments around the country and could soon be in the hands of federal ICE agents.
This video, produced by Compliant Technologies, which manufactures the glove, demonstrates how this device works. Functioning as a normal pair of gloves until officers activate a switch to turn on its electrical mode, at which point it can deliver a painful shock once the glove is applied directly to someone's skin, helping the officer gain compliance in a matter of seconds, as seen in this police body cam footage featured on the manufacturer's website. In a notice published this week, the Department of Homeland Security announced its intention to spend $20 million on these gloves for its ICE officers, according to the Associated Press, a move that quickly drew sharp criticism from immigrant rights and human rights groups who say that ICE officers are already facing criticism for their use of force while carrying out President Trump's immigration crackdown.
There is no humane way to utilize these tools. They are meant to cause pain. They are meant to torture.
Benjamin Prado is with the American Friends Service Committee U.S.-Mexico border program here in San Diego.
These instruments of torture do not belong in any democratic society. So it shows to the degree in which we've moved away from any concept of human rights.
But supporters of these devices say they could assist ICE officers in restraining or transporting combative subjects.
Now, Compliant Technologies sits at over 400 agencies in 40 states and 9 countries with over 40,000 uses.
Jeff Nicholas is founder of Compliant Technologies. He's speaking here on this testimonial video featured on his company's website.
We normally take people down within less than 3 seconds. We've had no injuries or lawsuits to this point.
But critics say that legal challenges are expected to this. Now, the federal notice issued by the Department of Homeland Security says that the solicitation for a no-bid contract for these gloves could be published as early as this Friday.
Interesting technology here. Now, does the manufacturer issue any warnings about the use of these gloves?
Yeah, it does. Actually, if you go to its website, it says it should not be used on people displaying simply verbal belligerence or defiance, or on high-risk groups like, obviously, children, pregnant women, the elderly, people with disabilities. So there are some limitations to using this technology.
Some guidelines. Training is going to, of course, be such a big deal, and we've seen gaps in that. So if they do adopt this, people are going to be very curious the degree of that.
People are going to be following this very carefully.
Richard Allen, thanks.
Thank you.